Welcome back to Absolutely Marvel and DC. My name is Benny, that is Sal, and this is the channel where we get together with a couple buddies and we talk about all of the superhero movie and TV show news and rumors and theories that are going around and stuff happening. And we just do this on a daily basis. And you should definitely subscribe and join the Absolute Armada today. Join our little family here. Now, Sal, I got a topic I want to talk to you about today. And
Great.
I wore a specific shirt to match to that.
Oh. Nice.
Can you
Usually
guess?
I'm wearing a that themed shirt, but today I'm literally wearing an undershirt. So
I was gonna subtly wear it, but you can't.
You can't tell. No, that microphone. It's like I'm wearing a shirt with a red box on it. But that is the Batman you've got there, isn't it?
Yeah. They were doing a sale on Black Friday where they were selling all the Batman poster merch.
Nice.
And it was like $15 for a shirt. It was like $20 for a hoodie. And I'm like, oh, well, okay then.
Yeah, and that, I think, is emblematic of the situation we find ourselves in today.
Yeah, well, that's the discussion we want to talk about. So the Batman is dropping, I want to say March 18th or the 8th. It's one of those.
Right? It's soon.
The Batman release date. Let's look that up. And what this topic, March 4th, even earlier.
Oh my God.
Yeah. And the reason we're bringing this up is we know it's coming out.
Yes.
But we don't know it's coming out at the same time. The general public is not talking about this movie unless they put out a still or something. This
Right.
movie comes out in a month, and we had people speculating Spider-Man No Way Home things up to the day Twitter was blowing up with Spider-Man news.
No Way Home came out on December 17th. I know this because Sony and Marvel painstakingly made it so that there was no way I didn't know that.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, in the talks of the entire thing, it went past that. Like,
Yeah.
people
Oh, yeah.
still make up rumors about what could have happened and should have happened.
Yeah, now we're seeing promo art of characters that appeared or didn't appear or were going to appear, alternate takes about what would have happened if Sony had taken their ball and left. Like, yeah, we know everything that was and wasn't about No Way Home, and we had to look up the date for when Batman's coming out, and it's literally come out in less than a month.
Yeah, and
Batman.
that is what we want to talk about today. I am integrated into comic books, movies, and TV shows. I watch shows on the regular. I'm on HBO Max on the regular because I watch things on there. I'm on Hulu, which plays ads. I'm on YouTube, which plays ads. I read comic books that have ads, and I believe there is one on the back page, but I never get to the back page because when I'm at the end, I go, we're done.
Yeah. No, well, at that point, comic book ads, I don't even see them anymore.
Yeah.
I'm just so used to them at this point.
I think there is one. I remember seeing one promoted somewhere. Batman coming in, blah, blah, blah.
If I were DC, there'd be a Batman movie ad in every page. I mean, like, just because DC is so bat crazy.
Yeah.
You know, everything about their entire publishing line is bat-centric. I wouldn't be surprised if Warner Brothers wasn't, like, really pushing. Maybe it's because the Batman is, like, a one-off. Like, maybe because it's not part of the universe. Like, it's not, like, all you can get excited for is that movie. And then afterwards, that movie will have existed and Matt Reeves will feel creatively satisfied. And then that's it. Like,
maybe
Superman's not going to be in it. You know, there's not going to be like an Aquaman cameo or a surprise. There's not going to be a reference to, to Blue Beetle. It's just a Batman movie.
Could it also be they're like, it's Batman, we don't need to promote it?
They're
They're taking that gamble. They don't need to pay for budgeting. Because I also want to bring up one last thing that I normally get a lot of our topics and news from. Twitter, my Twitter feed or my Instagram hashtags, whatever's trending.
Right.
Batman has not trended since the trailer dropped, and that lasted like 6 hours.
Yeah.
Right now, well, that's for me. Let's go to actual trending, because me just says some weird shit.
Right.
Actual Twitter is talking about Euphoria, that show that I'm not watching.
Yeah, same
K-pop
here.
never goes away.
Nope.
Wordle's up there. Monday
I got the Wordle
Motivation, the Lovey, something involving one of the teams that I don't follow for sports stuff.
Point is, there ain't no Batman.
Yeah, Cheaper by the Dozen remake is in here, in trending. Cheaper by the Dozen remake.
Isn't there already a remake?
There is no Batman. I am down.
No Batman.
It's less than a month away, and Pulp Fiction is on trending for movies.
I mean, like, it should be. It's a great movie. But, what?
Why
Bizarre.
is Batman not on here?
I don't know. And it could be. On one hand, I really respect the, like, subtle marketing for things that are just you just everybody knows it. Batman is one of those things. When the first Batman movie hit in '89, the only thing they had besides like a lot of Joker stuff was just like the poster was just his logo. No words, just the logo. We're like, you get it, just watch it, and everyone did. In this case, I don't see a logo. Like, I feel like there was more hype 2 years ago for this movie than there is now.
Yeah.
You know, like remember when they released?
Lie.
Remember when they released that picture of the crest or of the chest emblem, and people were like analyzing it, and they were like desaturating it and changing colors because it was like the gun, and they were like, "What is it?" What?
They were all questioning the bike scene. Is he in the cowl? Is he out of the cowl? What is this? I also want to state, I just checked this out of curiosity.
Yeah.
Spider-Man No Way Home's official Twitter account.
Yeah.
2.3 million followers.
Okay.
The Batman's official Twitter account, 286,000 followers.
What?
They are not promoting this.
That's outrageous. Because, like, yeah, on one hand, yeah, I do appreciate that they're not inundating us with it, but on the other, the problem is they already released, like, remember the last Batman movie that came out?
Yeah.
It was called Batman versus Superman.
Yeah.
It didn't perform like they expected.
So do you think they're cautious because of that? They don't want to blow the budget on marketing?
I think they didn't learn their lesson. I think in this case, like, no, you need to, like, blitz the market because because it used to be Batman was a sure thing. I mean, the Nolan trilogy, notwithstanding, Batman is a sure thing. But then Batman vs. Superman was not a sure thing, and Justice League didn't perform either. And so for them, they're like they should be just going, it's just Batman, folks. It's just Batman. There's no nonsense.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Joker will be in there. Like, there's a lot of Batman. I mean, like, I feel like there was more marketing for Joker than there is for this movie.
There is. And that's what I'm talking, like, in all honesty, like, all the people talking and all the rumors we've heard, we don't know what this is even about, really. Batman versus the Joker, Batman versus the Riddler, and the Riddler is being posed to be like the Zodiac Killer.
Right.
And it's Batman being a detective. That's all we really know.
Well, and here's the thing. I am sure that the comments are already choked with people who are really plugged in. They're one of the 200,000 who follow the Twitter handle. They are looking at the costume leaks. They're listening to the audio tracks that were released of music. But being two people who are plugged in but aren't, like, hyper-focused on one particular movie, I'm telling you, they're not doing the work. And they're not spending the money. And it's like, it's kind of outrageous. Like, it's the Riddler, right? Riddler is the villain. How is it that we haven't had, for the entire month of February, a riddle a week teasing maybe a new trailer? Like, you know what I mean? Some kind of puzzle that the internet can solve that then becomes a message that says, I don't know, like, Valentine's Day, you know, or something like that. And then, like, on that day, a big trailer drops. You know, like, that's just spitballing. It's just thinking of things I know movies do. Nothing. It's just like, here's a Batman movie.
It's so weird, because, like, I even looked at their Twitter, and they've put a tweet out every day, but I follow Batman, I follow DC Entertainment, and these aren't popping up in my feeds. Yeah. Which, with the way advertising works, they're just not paying for the slots. They're not. No. They're not. They're just letting it get its own natural, organic. While Spider-Man No Way Home, they just wouldn't stop. The marketing budget for that movie is probably as much money as the movie was.
There's no doubt. There's no doubt. I mean, I will say, I just looked up the budget. Apparently, the Batman cost $100 million, which is kind of impressive because, like, that's low for a Batman movie.
Very low.
And I love it because it means the movie has to break $200 million to break even.
Do you think they're hedging their bets at this point? That's the issue?
Yeah, I think they're
because
hedging their
the
bets.
DCEU has had so many problems, so many issues, so much stuff going wrong. At this point, they're like, just put out a Batman movie.
Yeah.
Don't break the budget. Go with a nice, clean budget.
Yeah.
You don't have to make much to make it work. Let's just see how it does.
I think so.
Let's just do a Batman movie like we did back at Dark Knight.
Right. Just we're treating it like we did with the Nolan. But even the Nolan trilogy, any of them had more marketing than this. Now, maybe it's because they want to keep it trim. Maybe it's just because, what are the rules of thumb? And it's not necessarily, like, true, but it is believed. It's that if you want to know how much the marketing budget was for a movie, or how much a movie needs to make in order to start breaking even, double the budget. Because the marketing budget is pretty much as the budget for the film. So you have to double the budget in order to break even. Theoretically, they might be spending $100 million on this budget. I don't think that's true.
No.
Or if they are, somebody's making off like a bandit. That being said, we talked about them kind of like not... It's certainly not blitzing the market the way you'd expect for a superhero movie. So...
Right, like, for the record, for those people who are already going to argue with this, I saw an ad yesterday. The trailers exist. We've watched them.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not... This isn't an argument that they don't exist. It's that I'm not getting, as you put it, inundated with... It's like... I'm not getting hit with it every 5 minutes. It's not blowing up my Twitter and my Instagram. It's not... It's just...
No. And as a result, I think you're right that, like, there's not a lot of hype around it. I'm surprised. Like, not a lot of people are talking about it. In our community, outside of our community, I haven't seen a lot of people, like, really talking about it. I've been to a few comic book stores over the last 2 weeks. I haven't seen any Batman anything outside of the comic books, outside of, like, them just having comics. But usually there's some kind of, like, Batman promotional thing.
Yeah.
That's there's not much.
It's weird. Like, I don't know how much more we can say about this topic in general, because it is just so weird that there isn't that much.
Yeah, I'm shocked, and I'd love to know why. I do respect what they did. Like, they released those costume first looks and the music tracks where they're like, this is the theme for the Batman, and that's really cool.
I wonder if it's just a combo of WB and the audience being wary of any DC property at this point.
Yeah. I mean, it could be.
Because if you look at the numbers, Wonder Woman
84,
The Suicide Squad, and Zack Snyder's Justice League, they did okay.
Yeah, they did fine.
But considering we're still in a COVID market, they didn't do that well.
Yeah.
And what this could be, and this is all speculation, WB didn't want to spend... They had to get Batman out. We got to get it out. It's got to go out at some point.
Yeah.
But they didn't want to spend the money on the budget because until Spider-Man, COVID numbers were through the floor.
That's true. Maybe it's just that, like, there's nothing we can do about it now. Like,
right, and that might be it. Like, Spider-Man came out. I think it's on the verge to be the highest grossing film ever.
It's just, the numbers are outrageous, which is, like, great.
Which I guarantee WB's looking back on the Batman going...
Probably should have put a couple of more Batman in this movie. No.
What if we had all 3 Batman in this movie?
Yeah, which may happen. Who knows? They haven't finished filming that Flashpoint movie yet.
They just start throwing more Batman.
Put another Batman in there.
I mean, that's what happened with No Way Home. Like we had screen grabs of Tom Hardy on set. Like, what was it at a month before? It's like, oh, they're just gonna film this on the Venom 2 set. Screw it. Like,
yeah.
So, but anyway, what do you guys think? What is your? Oh, you got more?
Oh no. I guess that's true, right? Like, there's not much more to say, but like, I want to see how it does. I want to see like if it matters, because it'd be really, it's refreshing that there isn't a lot of stuff. Like,
there's not a lot of rumors going around. I don't see people being like, rumor has it Joker's on set. Rumor has it there's a Robin costume. Rumor has it, like, and whether or not any of that is true, that doesn't matter. Spider-Man, up until the launch, had rumor has it there's going to be these 9 other Spider-Men. Like,
I'm telling you, man, and I've seen more rumors and theories about like Batgirl or about Peacemaker than I have about this Batman movie, and I think it's just because it's pretty widely known, or at least it's expected, that it's not part of the universe, and so they're like, oh well, it's just a Batman movie. Maybe it's just that.
I mean, maybe, but I just find it so weird that I'm not getting 1,000,000,001 rumors related to the Batman.
No, like I remember hearing more about it.
And you know what's funny? I remember when I mentioned, I think that might be the Joker. The amount of people that were like, no, it only has the Riddler, and it's only Batman, and there's nobody else in it, and that's all it's going to be in this movie. And I'm like, okay, calm down. Like, just having fun.
Right? And, like, didn't we hear all these other, like, casting rumors? Like, didn't I hear that, like, Matthew McConaughey is Two-Face and stuff? Like, I remember hearing that, like, a year or two ago, and I had to Google that. I was like, the other day, I just went, is that a thing? Did that actually become a thing? And I don't know. I don't know. Right?
I mean, it might be that they want to try and do almost like a stealth release. They're like, we're going to keep it real quiet, real quiet, so no one knows what's going to happen, so it's all a surprise.
That'd be cool, actually. If that were the case, I'd be kind of like, yeah, all right, especially if they're going to make more, especially if this is the beginning of something else, because I don't necessarily need him to have Superman in it, but I do want to see, like, at least the continuation of this. I'd like to see Batman doing Batman stuff a little bit more, especially if he's not 1,000,000 years old and being like, I've killed all of my villains, so I guess I'll team up with the Justice League now. You know, like, all right.
I'm looking at the cast list, and it still is just Officer Stanley Merkel, Bruce Wayne, Selena Kyle, Edward Norton, and that's it. It literally goes Oswald. We've also got Oswald Cobblepot,
Yep.
Alfred Pennyworth,
Yep.
and James Gordon, and
Okay.
Carmine Falcone, and then everyone else. Like that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 known people, like characters in the Batman universe.
Yeah.
The other people on this list: Iceberg Lounge hostess, hospitality girl, detective on the phone.
Wow.
Which is hilarious because I only see their headshots, and they got all these beautiful women to play these roles. So it's like detective on the phone. Oh, I like it.
Yeah. That's awesome.
Oh,
Good.
you are a sexy detective on the phone, aren't you?
Yeah. I like that. I'm glad. I don't want to know anything about it. I'm happy about it. I'm
I
excited
just
that,
figured
like-
I'd look at the IMDb to see if Matthew McConaughey's listed.
Right,
as
like,
Two-Face.
is there a thing? Like, are we gonna have a scene where he walks through Arkham and there's gonna be like all these other, like, is Lake Bell gonna be Poison Ivy? I know that they haven't announced that. I just want her to be Poison Ivy.
I think we all do after the Harley Quinn show.
Exactly.
All right, well, I mean, what is your opinions? I'm going to title this video, Does Nobody Care About the Batman? So, do you
fair.
care?
Do you? Let us know. Yeah.
I'm excited. I wore the shirt.
Yeah. I didn't buy a shirt, but I am equally excited.
All right. We are Absolutely Marvel and DC. Make sure you subscribe to get daily videos from us. We're practically daily videos. See you next time.